Hey there, everybody. It's RCK, and I'm glad to have you back here again for our next episode going over turn 45 and 46, if I'm not mistaken, here for our Naba series that we currently have going on. I'm hoping everyone is enjoying. Of course, we are really getting into the Pangean War here at this point. So, we can already tell that a global has been cast. We'll look at that when we go to the other map. When we go to the map, a couple of site searching here. Nothing found. Found 5 blood slaves. Not that great, honestly. A few assassination, seduction attempts here. It looks like 3 of them turned into battles, and someone. Okay, so all of them were resisted, which is good. That is very, very good. See battles here with Micklin. We have a couple battles with ourselves, Lemuria and Ulm. Some unexpected events. We have a lot of things under siege now, so it looks like they had all their sneaking thugs attack our forts here. And then we also we had a unit get discovered, probably a scout. Yep, we had one of our scouts get discovered here. So that's unfortunate. Death, +2 death. Ooh, worldwide, that sucks. Secret safe. Until the dawn. Interesting. Cast a global enchantment. Cool. So we'll definitely check that out. So here we have our hostile seductions. Most of them they all got resisted, but unfortunately, our astral ones aren't very good with. It looks like it's also darkness. At casting or fighting against swarm here, so that is very unfortunate for them. And body ethereal is good, but they're not gonna. Well, yeah, like they just can't hold up against that many of them. So let's see. We were able to kill this dryad here, which is very nice because they do have to hold items, and this is why we're putting gems on, keeping gems always on our extra gems on our Malachas here. Just kind of do that. I mean, this was an 8-item gem here that helps them do seduction. It's got 4, so this is a total of 12 gem investment here on top of the cost of the dryad. Um, and of course, we're casting full-size elementals, and they're casting swarm, in which case I think we'll be okay. Never kind of knows. It kind of looks like there's a person standing there, almost, with their hands up. There's the 2 arms, and there's the head. I don't know. So let's keep playing. Oh my goodness, that was a flame eruption there. So we are poisoned. We are at 18. And that one full-size elemental has been able to take them out. More than likely, it used both gems to cast the one, even though they're on conservative gem. They use both gems cast one because they don't go by script. They don't care about that whenever in an assassination battle. They probably use both so they wouldn't be fatigued out. They wouldn't go to 100 fatigue, so they would be able to cast a couple other spells. In which case, we did see them cast other spells before they actually fatigue out here and go over 100. So that, of course, that could be pretty helpful too. But I mean, we are ethereal, have decent armor, 29 protection, pike. It's not too bad off, but it's really the fire elemental that helped a lot. I mean, the flame eruption was great too, but it's always good to be able to catch one. They killed a scout, 20 gold gone, cool. And they killed a Carib here. Now this was okay, so this was here. What were you doing here? You're probably building a temple here, honestly. Or either this guy here was bringing something, or did a temple or something. So they used a couple gems. They had a handful of acorns and a dryad charm, and they took them out. Okay. This was the battle here with the Eagle Warriors and the forces attacking the underworld here. So this is in darkness. So they have to be careful. Surroundable. They have spirit sight. Okay, well that's good for them. That's a pretty good guy. Crab has spirit sight or can see in dark. They're blind anyway, so it doesn't matter. So honestly, I mean these guys are a lot of decent guys fighting in the darkness here. So, we'll see. This, I think he has spirit sight. He has dark vision 50, so it's not as hurtful to him. Okay. Cool, cool. No losses there on his part, so that was very, very nice. We raided here. Of course, this was a province that they raided from us, and this is just some reinforcing troops that we're just, as they're walking south, of course, they're just raiding back everything he takes. Not too bad. I'm surprised he put this much PD in. I figured he'd just leave it as one. Do we take any losses here? No, we don't take any. And here we have a pretty large army, of course. Now, of course, we'll have to look and see where this actually went to. 65 white centaurs. I assume this is all the white centaurs he has. 12 minotaurs, a few lizards, knights, heavy cav, some cataphracts here. 20 more cataphracts, pushing up to around almost 80, 90 cav units. White minotaur. The last 3 shamans. We have 5 pans and a pandemonic. So this is the blood one. 1 Minotaur Lord, Dryad, Hierophant, and 2 commanders. So this is probably the biggest army they have. Definitely the most threatening due to how many white centaurs they have here, and I'm pretty sure that would probably be all the white centaurs that they have left. So that is quite interesting. There's a battle in the green marshes here, and we were finally able to, but they killed a Malika, so that is unfortunate. Weird. I don't know why it says a T. It has a T there. See, those are H. Not sure. It's not like a hero or something, is it? Let's see. No, it says Malika. Malika, yeah. Weird. So we did end up losing one. We weren't really equipped to really take this on here at the moment. We probably could have sat there and thugged it out, but I was like, let's go ahead and take it back. So unfortunate we lost one there. Oh well. So we see Lemuria still attacking Ulm. We have raids, so us raiding them back, them raiding us raiding them back. Ooh, we have a big battle here with Lemuria and Ulm. I wonder what that Master Smith cast. Because Earthquake wouldn't have mattered. I don't, off the top of my head, maybe something like Gifts from Heaven or something along those lines, possibly. That's definitely a lot of damage he was able to do there. We do see some communion slaves in there. Not entirely sure. Okay, maybe Firestorm. Possibly Firestorm. I'll find out. Rip of Winter from the Lemur, Rigor Mortis. Casting anything. Wailing Winds. Firestorm, there we go. Okay, as soon as I saw it I figured out, but yeah, Firestorm will hurt. I do see those few lictors. You don't see those too often around, but every now and then you'll get some. And then just this nice moss body group here of high protection units. And even if you're fighting these thugged out guys, I mean, there's still some pretty high chances of them not dealing any damage because they have to get through 26 protection in moss body on top of that. And of course they're going to eat through them, but they're not going as fast. The longer, ooh, that hurt too. The longer this Firestorm stays in effect, the better off is, the more damage they can deal, of course. This guy's, he's taking some hits. He's not, and there he finally goes. Okay. So, they were able to deal quite a bit of damage there. Definitely almost more than taking that army in half. Yeah, they weren't able to kill Wraith Lord here. I can't remember his name at the moment. It's the hero for Lemuria and Ermor. But I mean, yeah, sure, there's still Grand Lemurs, 9 of them, a couple Centurions, Consuls, Thugged Up, Tribune. Well, we did kill 3, so that's not bad. But I mean, taking out that chaff is going to make it very difficult for Lemuria to siege down your forts if you do have anything left in them. So that is quite interesting there. That wasn't. Okay, yeah. So we have a few unexpected events, plus 700 pop. That's good. Astral Pearls, growth, more Astral Pearls. The death sucks. Major event, competition. So arena's coming up. Scout was found. And we've already seen these. So we are lacking some. We need a little bit more supplies there. We'll go and look at that for sure. Oh yeah, I bet we would. Oh my goodness. See, we really fucked up on that. Not really taking into account how many more endless bags of wine we needed. But like I said, like what's going on here? Why they split up their forces? Like, I don't understand. I figured they would have tried to fight us. Just their movement has been quite odd. So we were here last turn, and then we moved here to 4, thinking that they'd move back to try to defend their stuff, but instead they pushed the army that was here to 244 and then split their army here. There was a very, very odd interaction here. So now we're surrounded by, I mean, I'm not worried. I still think we can take them. I mean, we got a lot of stuff diseased. It's not good. I also think this is a death side as well. I think this is a well of pestilence here. So yeah, this is just stacking up on us. It's very unfortunate, but we will be okay. And we're just gonna go and we're gonna get on Jotunheim, and we're gonna take that fort because we know when we move on it, we're gonna have enough supplies. Other than that, I think we do have some more guys moving in to kind of help us out with the supply problem. We have scouts we're buying to get the seducers to help fight those. Other than that, of course, we're still raiding back and forth. I mean, they haven't taken anything really. Since we just raided them back this turn, we're going to move, kind of break out of that castle. They can't do anything here in the water against us, not too worried. I don't see them. I mean, they can, yeah, sure, they can pressure, and they can take back 254 Gilgrad. But we're just going to take Jotunheim. We're going to take a cap away from them, so not too worried about that. Any of the units that I have, like, I'm not necessarily worried if they sit there and siege. I mean, yeah, it would suck if they were able to sit there, siege, take everything away, but, you know, we're so much more threatening here, pushing into them, that I don't think that they could, there's a good chance that we could even, like, muster up a force here and would be able to stop them, especially with everything coming in from back here, the elite soldiers, the Vanguard, the camel riders being recruited, the elite soldiers we have here in this fort, and these 2 provinces here. I mean, and then the maize support as well. I mean, it'd be pretty good. So things aren't looking too bad for us. So, of course, Lemuria has Eyes of God, and Mictlan has Whispering Winds. Provinces containing mages gain magic scales. Friendly air mages gain a +1 air. I think it's air. It could be astral. Don't know. Just says A. Unrest decreases around 15 per month. Sylphs appear hidden in the provinces under your dominion. Cool. That's possibly his. He could possibly push our dominion. That might be his dominion right there. Might be in Tegus. Actually, he's probably in Tegus. Let's be honest. Like, I don't think he's gonna be able to really get. Yeah, he has 1 dominion here underwater. He has 3 dominion here underwater. I don't know if they can spawn underwater though. So it's not really something against us at this point, because our dominion is pretty strong and we have pushed it pretty well. We are only at 8, but I would expect that we have a couple more temples coming up shortly, due to some places we'll be taking soon. And we are moving to take out this Kraken next. And we see Lemuria kind of building up a lot of forces over here, so just in case we are moving the Vanguard and stuff underwater, if I remember correctly, we did have a nap or something, but I was like, I don't know what he's doing. I've been watching the battles. It does look like he's kind of been fighting on back. So it's quite scary. So Alm's not too much on the offensive anymore. Wondered if he was still coming at me. Might be considering coming at me. Or maybe I saw this and a turn or two passed and I asked him for a nap. I don't exactly remember that particular interaction there. So the fort is broken in Krieg. So that is interesting. We do not have a scout there, which is unfortunate. But we'll have to do. I think we should have. No, he wouldn't have been able to get there in time. Just to kind of see what the other PNG had. Just see what they had going on, of course. Last fort here getting taken by Ermor. Not really a fan of Ermor. I mean, they piggybacked off of Miquelin's fight. Took a few provinces there. So that's really all we have going on, guys. Not too much. I mean, as far as research goes, I mean, decent. 2,300. Working on getting 99. We'll get Evocation 7 next turn. And we're also going to push up the Blood 4 so we can start summoning Gulas. No, Gulas and Blood 5, so we should have pushed it to Blood 5. But Enchantment 8, is that Mass Flight? No, that's Enchantment 8 is Firefin, Thunderfin, which is the whole battlefield for +5 or plus fire resistance, lightning resistance, Frostfin, cold resistance. So those are going to be great spells. We're able to cast all of them. Other than that, Mass Regen, we're able to cast that. These are going to be some very, very nice spells for us for sure. Yeah, could also push for 9. There's a lot of things down here that we could do. I mean, we could do Army of Heroes. We could do Demon Cleansing. I don't know if I ever got this one or not. I probably could. It's only water 6. We should have. I might not have seen it. Yeah, there's a good chance I didn't actually see this spell here. Because I do remember us having Army of Heroes. And there's 4, 5. I think we had Water 5. And we couldn't do an extra gem for Water 6. Possibly. I don't remember. We'll have to wait until we get there. By that point, I probably would have just empowered just to get that kind of power on an army. Let's be honest. But we'll see when we get there. Of course, I mean, we're already at a water 4. How do our items look? Kind of sparse. But we do have a lot of items on units. That's really all we have going on. We'll go ahead and move on to next turn. Of course, we are making a lot of scouts here in a lot of the provinces that we own. 2 in that castle just to kind of help out against the assassinations, because I know there are some there. Scouts being made up here. I guess we kind of saved our money this turn. We bought other things. So, interesting. So, we'll go ahead and go to turn 46. Of course, we're only doing 2 turns in this series at the moment because of the wars. And there's always a lot to talk about. I don't want the videos lasting too long. Because, I mean, yeah, you could sit there and watch. I mean, most people wouldn't complain about watching an hour video, but when they go over that, I mean, you have to think I've been sitting here talking for an hour plus about that, just a single game. Definitely have other things to do. It's rather late at night. So we did research all 4 blood. So we're at blood 4, and we also finished the evocation. Found 9 more blood slaves. Managed to resist, but there was a battle, and of course the scout died. Lemuria attacking Ulm here. Just a smaller raid from them. We were able to kill a Hierophant here, and it looked like our forces were beaten by defending forces. So this is one of our groups of units coming through. But it is nice to have killed a Hierophant, because these guys are rather kitted up here. Oh, they're both rather kitted. So we'll go ahead and see which one we do kill. When do we get here? Well, they're still rather high. I mean, that one's bleeding. He's at 15. I bet we get that one. He's also fatigued out. Yeah, okay. I'm pretty sure we get that one. So that's 5 water gems. 5 water gems. 2, so we're at 12 plus 3, that's 15. 18. So 18 gems, 5 blood slaves worth of items. Not too bad. And it was also a hero. Agility. Interesting. So yeah, that was nice. We were able to catch one of those thugged up guys. It would have been nice to catch that vine shield there. Maybe pick it up for ourselves. But taking one out is always good. At least he's not able to raid as efficiently because there wouldn't be 2 to a square anymore. We raid here. We do take that underwater province. They raid us 55 minads. We take out that scout on one of the forts underwater. No. Yeah, that's what we do. They raid us. They raid us again. That looks like an underwater fort. Yep, we still have the fortress, so not too big of a deal. We raid them. Looks like just a force moving down to reinforce the kind of war effort in the south, catching provinces as they go. Elite soldiers raiding them. That's that earth gnome that we got from an event. A dryad and a hierophant taking out independents. Now, where was that battle at? Oh, so this is the other Pangea fighting. So here we have a battle in Jotunheim. So let's see what they have here. And it's just PD. I mean, we have a pretty imposing army here at this point. These guys need to be fixed and put set to hold. Hopefully we do fix that before time. Because these guys are on hold and attack. Yeah, that is something we need to fix. And the fire fiend is going to help us out with taking friendly fire from all the arrows. Because we do have flaming arrows being cast on them. I mean, of course not right now, but they will be. I did see 2 starving units there. Rather dangerous, guys. You have to keep in mind. I will be showing another game that I played, Zama, and I was much better at keeping my... Well, actually, both games I played, or the other 2 games I played other than this one. I have to keep in mind, this is my first... Well, first game playing them kind of well. The first game was kind of a meme blast, like a regen. It was all kind. I played all kinds of crazy stuff just messing around with them. But this is a real game of actually trying to play them. And yeah, I just kind of underestimated how many supplies your half giants really needed. Because you're able to mass them, but you're not able to mass as many supplies as you need. So you'll definitely see me trying to ramp up, getting more endless bags or cauldrons, depending on what I decide to do. And you'll see that in other games, like I'll have an army this big, but it'll only have like a 50 supply. It'll only have to use 50 supply, and like it's nothing at all. So, well, you do have to keep that in mind for sure. They were raiding us again, but that one has white centaurs in it, so that's interesting to see. Using small amounts like that. A raid here was kind of finished off. It looks like they did the firestorm method again, which is very, very useful for them. Ghost, 2 tribunes here, so that is good. They stopped another raid, so this is good that Ulm is stopping the raiding from happening there. And taking out, I mean, 250 ghosts is honestly, I mean, that's pretty good. Don't know really how many he's making per turn at the moment, but you do have to consider that he lost, what, 500 last turn? I mean, you're already sitting at 750. You've lost, so that is definitely kind of putting a toll on him. A reality breach has finally subsided. Well, that's good. Ooh, we found a really, really nice luck event here. So plus 2,000 gold, gems, air, water, fire, earth, and a scepter there. Cool. We had an unrest event, and that's unfortunate. One of our scouts were found. We can already storm. More than likely we are. So that is very, very good as well. If you do notice that, I mean, I think the Menads went down there, didn't they? So not sure where the rest of his army really ran off to, but they're probably like sneaking somewhere along the lines of probably here or here. More than likely here because this has more supplies. Because remember, they were both right there last turn. One was here, one was there. So there's a good chance they are sneaking. Other than that, we are storming this turn. They might try to either sneak into Jotunheim. They might try to fight us here outside the fort. They might just let us take it. I don't know. So we did split our units up a little bit. I guess this is trying to counter a possible raid they might have, so we can at least have some retreat paths, just in case if we do lose. Don't know what they can have. I mean, maybe they can try to do like a monolith type thing, but I think we can kill monolith still. Other than that, just kind of keeping our retreat path safe. Because, I mean, even if they retreat, I mean, they can attack this province here and raid these two provinces. So at least having one kind of province to retreat into might be okay. We do have endless bags of wine when you put on something. We're making more, of course, making two more. Making dwarven hammers. Sea King's Court, so we're going to get higher water mages. Making some whites. I don't even know why we're making whites. Cloud trapezing onto Jotunheim to kind of give them more endless bags of wine. They do have fire gems on them, so that's okay. So if they break siege, you'll see that mage in the battle. Lightless lanterns all over the place. Up to 2,400. So, unfortunately, next turn we will not have enchantment 8, but the turn after that we will. Oh, we're going to go for Blood 5 first. Yeah, okay. So we're going Blood 5 first, because regardless if we focus on enchantment 8 or not, we won't be able to hit it next turn. So it's going to take a total of 2 turns regardless. So we will hit Blood 5 first and start summoning Gulas. So that is going to be very nice. After that, we did pick Thaumaturgy 5. Now, this is something that could change. But Awakened Gem Block, that could be useful. What are these? Raging Hearts, not too big of a deal. Soul Slay is good, actually, since we're able to Communion up and, of course, cast it. Moment of Clarity. All illusions and phantasms on the battlefield. Cool. Gateway, which we're able to use Gateway with our god, I think. Maybe. Dimensional Instability. Control Undead, Burden of Time, Charm Animal, Gift of Reason, Remove Curse, Stroke of Blood, Growing Fury. Growing Fury could possibly be something that we used, but I mean, if it berserked our mages and they ran into combat, that wouldn't be so great, so might decide against that one there. Friendly Warriors are wounded. Yeah, Stroke of Casting Time. Once the spell is already cast, priority friendly get wounded. The effect of the spell is powerful. Unwounded friendly units may become. What's the difference? In the caster's army. What spell has been cast? Majority friendly warriors. I don't know. I don't know what difference between what. Effect off find themselves becoming more and more. I don't remember. But definitely a lot of things you can do down here for sure. D does add a lot for thaumaturgy as well. I mean, it adds a lot for everyone. Then after that, we see going up to construction 8, possibly picking up a few unique items. And then Evocation 8, Alteration 8, Conjuration 7. Of course, Evocation 8 is going to have things like Pillar of Fire, Chain Lightning, Falling Stars is okay. But just kind of really just Chain Lightning, Pillar of Fire and the great spells for our mages to be casting off script. In Alteration 8, we'll have things like Mass Flight, which is... No, we already have Mass Flight. Do we have Mass Flight? Or is Mass Flight in Enchantment? Might be Enchantment 7 for Mass Flight. Because some things are moved around, I think, in DE. So, it's kind of confusing sometimes, too. We have Warriors of Muspelheim, so Cold Resistance +5, that can be helpful. That's a lot of wording there. Boiling Sea, that's not too much. Liquefy, the Warrior, so everyone gets Fire Resistance +5. So once we put Warriors in Fire Fend on, we can cast Flamestorm, or is it Flamestorm? Firestorm in every battle and not be affected by it. So that's going to be very, very beneficial for us. We'll be able to cast Wizard's Tower. We'll be able to cast Ground Army. We'll be able to cast Will of Fates. Time Stop, I've never really seen Time Stop used too often. I don't know what you can really do with that, but Will of Fates is going to be a very, very nice one, giving the entire battlefield luck. And I think we do end up casting that sometimes, so that is a very, very nice spell to cast. And then, of course, in level 9, you have Army of Gold, Army of Lead. Don't think we're able to cast Wish, but we are able to do those two. So that's going to be very nice. By going after Conjuration 7, I'll show you what we're going for. Actually, what we want is kind of an 8, so we'll have to figure out how we want to deal with that. But most of your Malikas could be able to cast Living Clouds or Living Fire. So that definitely increases the total amount of elementals they're able to make. Another thing that we can also do here, some other things, Mound Fiend, Awaken Ivy King. Now, Ivy King is going to help us kind of get higher into nature. Living Castle, not too big of a deal, but it is a magic phase castle you're able to make underwater. Wild Hunt, we're looking for the Marid here, level 8 in Conjuration. That's going to be a very, very, very nice summon for us to have. It's going to give the water fire cross path, and we'll talk about why we want that later on. Other than that, and of course, there's just a lot of different very nice summons here that you're going to have in Conjuration 8. You have Elemental Royalty, you have Fairy Court. So yeah, this is a lot of really good stuff you have here. So we're storming. I already explained what we had going on here. Of course, we're attacking a lot of these provinces they raided from us. Okay, so this is where I guess everything moved to. So the group in 4 and 244 move together and hit 254. Okay, they have 320 units here, and they still didn't break the wall down. There's nothing inside. The one unit that we do have inside is going to sneak out, so we don't waste 60 gold. Instead, we're going to have to let the elite soldiers die if they do decide to storm it. But like I said, I will trade 254 for a cap. Since we originally didn't even own 254. Honestly, what I could do is this would... Well, he wouldn't have to use gems here anyway, but we could destroy the lab. Well, I don't know if storming happens before or after destruction of the lab inside of the fort. Just to try to make it a little bit more painful if he wasn't already ready to have the gem swarm. So, like I said, it's going to take him another turn to siege this before he can break in. At that point, we're already going to own Jotunheim. We're going to cut off any real reinforcements because we can probably just either sit here or here and patrol, and anything coming in and out will be caught. Of course, we'd have to do both of them, because he could move through the throne there and go through that way, or he can go through this here. Other than that, I mean, his army essentially. I mean, these Maenads. I mean, that's unimportant. Honestly, they're just so crappy. Our guys will just be able to just tear through them. It doesn't matter how many they have. We probably won't even take losses from them. So yeah, this is the only army they have, kind of caught out in the middle of nowhere. They raided this throne here from us, the brass throne back. And of course, they have 237, 232, 242, and they're sieging 254. But I mean, we're taking Jotunheim, so I'm fine with that. Things have been going pretty well for us so far, so it's not too bad. We are making a star shine skull cap, so that's good for an astral booster. And we'll be going ahead and ending the turn here, turn 46. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye, guys.